Across Australia, New Zealand and the South Pacific, this is the week's Adventist news in focus.
Hello, thanks so much for joining us this week. I'm Sibel Kute. Dozens of committed and active Christians were among the 519 Australians who received Queen's Birthday honours earlier this month. Awardees included high-profile Christians such as Reverend Keith Garner, CEO of Wesley Mission, and Reverend Graham Long, who heads up the Wayside Chapel in Sydney's King's Cross. But the honours list also includes the quiet achievers, whose faith informs their work as professionals, volunteers and active church members. 2 nurses who have gone above and beyond the call of duty are due to receive Order of Australia medals. John Sandberg and Marge Batchelor have both lent their professional skills to Open Heart International, an international medical outreach program coordinated by Sydney Adventist Hospital. The Mediterranean diet has been around since biblical times and is widely recognised as being associated with long life and positive health outcomes. But the United Nations, which officially lists the Mediterranean diet as part of humanity's cultural heritage, says eating patterns in Mediterranean countries are changing, and the health consequences are being felt. The UN is concerned that the move away from homegrown produce and the increased consumption of imported meats and dairy is leading to an increase in lifestyle diseases such as obesity, diabetes and heart disease.
What they've shown in one of the studies, the Leon Diet Heart Study, is that men who've had a heart attack, if they're placed on the Mediterranean diet, it is more effective than medication or a low-fat diet to prevent a second heart attack. In fact, the men had a 70% lower risk.
Health experts around the world are looking for ways to encourage people to better appreciate the value of their food heritage. A church group in Jamaica has attracted media attention with their generous efforts to renovate the home of a 96-year-old neighbour. According to the Jamaica Observer, Mary Dennison's timber home in Irwin, Montego Bay, was in desperate need of repair and leaked whenever it rained. Seventh-day Adventist church members from the Irwin congregation raised money for building materials and got to work, replacing rotten weatherboards and repairing the roof and floor. Theirs is only a small church with limited finances, so the project had to be conducted in phases. Nevertheless, Miss Dennison was pleasantly surprised to see the group return to finish what they had started and is overjoyed at the improvements they've made. People will do all kinds of unusual things to raise funds for a good cause, but playing the organ non-stop for 3 hours, well, that just may be a brand new strategy. 22 organ players tag-teamed the organ marathon. The youngest was 7 years old and the oldest was 90. The organ marathon was hosted by the Avondale Memorial Seventh-day Adventist Church in New South Wales and raised $3,000 that will go towards the rebuilding of cyclone-devastated communities in Vanuatu. For more Christian news from around the world, check out the full half-hour of Record in Focus. And as well as the news, this week's program includes these special features. Is there a Christian way to understand today's tough political questions? Lyle Shelton.
ACL and 20,000 of our supporters have been saying we should dramatically increase the refugee intake so that we can provide some assistance and help for people fleeing violent religious persecution in Iraq and Syria.
Kale. Is it just a trendy vegetable, or is it actually good for you?
This is really strongly anti-cancer, it's antioxidant, it's anti-inflammatory. You know, what can't kale do?
And author Roy Williams explores if Australia is really a Christian nation.
Because the convicts are a source of free labour.
Sure, yeah.
For economic reasons, the system would have continued. It was the churches, leading clerics like John Dunmore Lang and others who campaigned against transportation on moral grounds.
If you have Hope Channel or Foxtel at your place, you can see the full InFocus program every week. Adelaide viewers can see the programme free to air on Digital 44, and for everyone else, there's the online version that's available every week at record.net.au. Just click on Watch to see all our videos. Thanks so much for your company this week. I'll see you next time on InFocus Adventist News. God bless.